So good morning, I'm Kelly Guitar, the Research Project Coordinator with Stella Circle, and we're here in St. John's. So if we could do the next slide. So for 25 years, Stella Circle has been offering housing, counseling, and employment services to adults who face many barriers. Our mission statement is to transform lives by offering real homes, real help, and real work. Next slide. We have 3 divisions offering a range of services. If you look in the bottom right of your screen, the orange real work area, that's where our project is situated. So our project's being carried out by the Employment Services Division. The population that we serve tend to face many barriers to fully participating in their community. And those include mental illness, addictions, homelessness, poverty, long periods of unemployment, trauma, and criminal justice involvement. So these traditionally marginalized groups of people are often in receipt of income support and typically have limited work experience, interrupted education, as well as challenges in accessing and using technology. So next slide. Our research project is titled Exploring the Use and Impact of Mobile Technology in a Work-Based Employment Program for Adults Who Face Barriers to Employment. We began in March 2019 and we will conclude in March 2022. Next slide. Okay, so the research question that we're answering is, can adding mobile learning and technology to a work-based employment program enhance 3 areas? So we're looking at digital literacy, job satisfaction, and attachment to the labor market. And again, we're focusing on adults who face barriers to employment. Okay, next slide. The purpose of our research project, it is 3 years long. It's a research and evaluation focus. And our goal is to provide 30 Clean Start participants, and I'll talk about Clean Start in a minute, with mobile-based technology that includes online training, skills tracking, so being able to track kind of the development of skills, validating that skills have been achieved, what we call just-in-time job aids, so things that people can use on the job, and some real-time reporting. So the ability to share information back and forth with all the folks that are supporting our workers. So we're developing, disseminating, and evaluating technology as a tool of engagement. Okay, next slide. So first, it's important to give some context around Clean Start. This is one of Stella Circle's social enterprises. We hire our clients for paid employment in the commercial cleaning industry. So Clean Start has close to 50 contracts all over the city. Those include businesses, government offices, community groups, as well as churches. So the work varies. Some participants work a few hours a week, while others may work up to 30. Typically, workers are in small teams led by a team lead, and Clean Start workers have a range of barriers to employment and comfort levels with technology. So they're quite a diverse group. Typical challenges that our Clean Start workers face are things around attention to detail, time management, and dealing with stress when they're on the job. And I think it's interesting to note that half of our workforce with Clean Start are over the age of 45, so they're typically not a digital native, so a person that may have grown up with technology or been introduced to technology at an early age. Next slide. So in the first 18 months of our research project, we focused on developing a set of tools that address the needs of Clean Start workers to enhance their digital literacy, job satisfaction, and attachment to the labor market. This was done with the help and guidance of our partner Blue Drop Learning Solutions, and the result is the creation of a Google-based website that hosts a series of tools or job aids, including videos and step-by-step guides that show cleaning skills and some different digital skills. There's some self-assessments, access to online work schedules, a Gmail account, as well as access to online learning through Skills Pass NL. So the picture on the bottom of this slide is a screenshot of the main page of the Google site that hosts all the tools. So we've provided each participant with a Chromebook that's formatted with all of those tools, very easy to access. And during this phase of the project, we also worked with our partner, Goss Gilroy Incorporated, to create a comprehensive evaluation strategy to capture the impact. Okay, next slide. So participants have been engaged in small cohorts. So we've had small groups of participants engaged at specific points in time, and to date we've had 20 participants use Chromebooks and the tools. We've provided ongoing training and support, which is very individualized to each participant because the range of comfort levels and skill and capacity among those participants. We have 10 more participants to recruit. And we've had great retention. So far 90% of our research participants have stuck it out and completed. So next slide. So at this time, participants continue to be engaged and recruited into the research project, and we will have more in-depth analysis after the remaining cohorts are complete. We do have some preliminary data to share as we have engaged in a developmental evaluation process, and that's been spoken about this morning. So that just means that we've been collecting data all along and looking at it as we're further developing the tools. So the evaluation isn't just happening at the end. It's been something that we've been engaged in throughout the project. Initial feedback shows increases in digital literacy, in particular for those with the lowest levels of comfort at the beginning. So those are the people that we saw the biggest growth in terms of their comfort and their knowledge. We're also seeing that participants are reporting high levels of job satisfaction and have conveyed that they feel more motivated. So that's something that's really come through in our evaluation to date. When we looked at factors that lead to labor market attachment and employability, most participants have indicated they feel more confident to work on their own, take initiative, and problem solve. So of the 20 participants so far, this slide actually isn't totally up to date. I have new information that we've had 4 of those 20 promoted to work unsupervised without team leads, and 2 of them have been promoted to team lead positions. So we're seeing some internal movement, which is really exciting. Next slide. Thank you. So this next slide is just a few comments that participants have made about their engagement with the Google site and the tools. I won't read all of them, as hopefully you'll get a copy of this presentation, but it is really nice to hear the voices of the participants come through. So in the last 6 months of our research project that will take us to March, we're going to continue supporting the remaining 10 participants, collecting more evaluation data, and working on the final report, which will include quantitative and qualitative data, analysis, learnings, and some recommendations. So I just wanted to thank you very much for your attention this morning, and thank you to NLWIC for providing funding for us to engage in this really innovative and interesting project. If anyone is interested in connecting with me, my contact information is there, and I'm always happy to talk about the research that we're doing.